Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travisp11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Well, if you've been watching my videos, I've been showing off a series of budget-priced optics that work well on the Ruger American Ranch rifle chambered in 7.62 by 39. And recently I posted a range test of the Pinty HK 3-9 by 40 power scope. Now this was sent to me complimentary of Banyan Imports to test out. I ran 100 rounds through the scope. It still had held at zero. I had no trouble at all shooting with it. Average about an 1.5 inch group, performed really well. And the good news is that I have an affiliate discount for you that you can use to save a little bit of money on the scope. Now I cannot put a link directly to the scope in this video. I can post the link down below in the description box of the video as well as in the comment section. So I'm going to do that for you. So I'll give you that code down below. So if you decide to buy this, you just click on the link, you just type in the affiliate discount, and you're going to save 10% off the scope if you're in the market for getting one. Again, it's a great scope. I put quite a few rounds through the rifle, still holds zero, held up really well. Mounting hardware is nice and solid. It's going to mount to a Weaver or Picatinny rail. You got these little flip-up caps on the end, which is really nice. And then it also has a mil-dot reticle. And so I was taking shots out to 200 yards, but I definitely need to practice with that myself. I don't have a lot of experience with the mil-dot reticle. So if you have not seen the range test yet for this scope, it's going to follow what I'm showing you right now. And the reason why I'm posting the second video is because I just got the approval for the affiliate discount. And I think that's a good thing for you guys if you're viewers. So we'll go ahead and put that code up for you. If you haven't watched the video yet, you guys do so. Please enjoy. And as always, guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. And here comes the video. Thanks a lot. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travisp11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Well guys, it's early morning as indicated by the pot of coffee in the top left-hand corner, and I am ready to go to the range. I was contacted by a company called Banyan Imports, and they asked me if I'd like to do a range test and just do a general review of their Pinty HK 3-9 by 40mm reticle powered scope, tactical scope, rifle scope. And I said, absolutely, I'd love to try one. What I'm trying to do with these videos, guys, is bring you a series of just budget-friendly gear that you can put on one of the least expensive 7.62 by 39 bolt action rifles available in the USA right now, and just see how well this stuff performs. So if this rifle has any issues, if it doesn't hold zero, if it breaks or falls apart, you're going to see it happen on camera. But essentially what we're going to do today is just a 100 and 200 yard range test, and I'm going to be using the mil-dot reticle of the Pinty HK scope to see just if how well it performs and what it can do at 200 yards. The problem with the 7.62 round is you've got about a 7-inch drop at 200 yards, so you do have to compensate for that while you're out there. So again, Banyan Imports, thank you for sending me the scope to test out. I'm going to put it through the ringer today. Total rounds we'll put through the rifle. Biggest problem I have with this rifle is I just can't seem to bring it home without putting at least 100 rounds through it every time I go to the range. It is just an absolute joy to shoot. It's accurate, it's fun, it's cheap. That's probably the best part about it. So we're going to go ahead and do the 100 and 200 yard range test. We'll just do some 5-shot groups just to see if it patterns, just how it patterns in general. Again, inexpensive tool ammo. Why not use more expensive ammo? I've done that in the past, and you do tend to see the groups tighten up a little bit. I would expect the same results from this rifle, but for today we're going to keep it as budget friendly as possible, so it's going to be tool only. But in the meantime, guys, let's go ahead and head out to the range. All right, enjoy. Okay, I just want to show you the setup real quick. We got everything we need. I don't have my sandbag with me, so I just took a towel and wrapped it up with some tape. We're going to be fine. You can see the targets out there, 100 and 200 yards. This is just like what I did with the Sonic King test. We're basically reproducing the same test. We're going to see how the scope works. I have not zeroed it yet, so I'm going to take quite a few shots to get that taken care of. Then after that, we'll start the cameras and the target camera, and we will see what happens. So wish me luck, guys. Oh, and real quick before I forget, we're sitting at 72, 73 degrees with a 14-mile-an-hour wind out of the south-southeast at 84% humidity. Elevation for where I'm at, it's about 2,975 feet. So if you want to take all those into consideration for the ballistics, that might give you a heads up. Okay, apologize for the wind noise as usual. First shot I was pretty nervous. Second, I believe was here. Third, fourth, and fifth. So if we take my best group, you know, we're looking at about 1.5 inches and that's it. I mean, it's right where I'm pointing it. It's all me. Wind is becoming more of a factor. The wind is really starting to pick up now. We've got a storm rolling in, as you can see, so I'm going to kind of speed things up a little bit here. But the wind's probably up to about 15 to 20 when there's gusts. So not to blame the wind, but you can definitely see it pushing the barrel. The scope is spot on. It took quite a few rounds to get it zoomed in or sighted in, and I'm happy. So let's take it back to 200 yards. Okay, the wind has switched out of the north about 15 miles an hour. Temperature's dropping off a little bit. There's a storm rolling in. We're going to take the 5 shots, 200 yards. Silhouette target. Okay, so this is the first time I've ever used mil dot markings on any kind of reticle. I've always been a traditional crosshairs kind of guy. So again, 200 yards, 5 shots, 2 ammo, north wind. Okay, we're spread out a little bit. We're probably looking at about, it's probably about a 4-inch spread. That's about 5, and my worst one was probably about 6. I was pretty unsteady. You know, if you needed to take a good shot on a deer, obviously you'd want to practice with this a little bit, but that's not bad. I can live with that kind of accuracy. And what's important is that the scope did hold 0. All right, so let's bring it back for a few final comments about the scope, and we will call it good. Okay, guys, so that's it. That's the 100 and 200 yard testing with the Pinty HK 3 to 9 by 40 power scope. No cons about the scope at all. If you want to go from 0 to 200 yards with 762 by 39, you really can't go wrong with this scope at all. Considering the glare that was coming up with the sun right over the front, the wind, all the factors that get put into it, I think the shooting was pretty dang good. You know, we're looking at about 1.5 inches, 2 inches at its worst, but I know that with better ammo and more practice, just like anything with this scope, you can become much more proficient with it, especially when it comes to doing that big game hunting. Only issue I ran into is about 5 or 10 shots in. I noticed myself having to tighten this about 2 times. So when it comes to mounting the scope with the screws, don't over tighten them, but maybe put some blue thread locker on there, and you should be good to go. Some blue Loctite, and you won't have any problems at all. Again, for 40 bucks, you want a good 3 to 9 by 40 power scope. This would be great on, you know, 223, 762 by 39. Can't vouch on 30-06 or 308, but man, I put a ton of rounds through this thing. There's a pile of shells up there because I was shooting 100 yards, 200 yards, different types of targets, the steel targets we have on here. No problems at all, kept 0. If it has any problems in the future, I will let you know, but for now, good to go. Remember, it does have a lifetime warranty. So Banning Imports, thank you for sending me this Pinty HK 3 to 9 by 40 power scope. I know I've mentioned that a few times. It is for sale on Amazon. They do have a little discount going on right now. I'm going to see what I can do about an affiliate discount, but I believe they've got 10% off, if I'm not mistaken, if you order from Amazon right now. So with that in mind, guys, I think we're set to go. Still my favorite bolt action rifle in the collection. This thing is just awesome. Kind of wish they dropped down in price just a little bit, but I believe I got it for around 400 bucks out the door, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us today from a soon-to-be stormy Rob Jeffrey Firing Range south of Lexington, Nebraska. We're having a great time. It's a little hot out here, but I love shooting this thing. And guys, I want you to, oh yeah, hey, check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, guntube.org, Gunstreamer, YouTube, gunchannels.com, Twitter and Instagram, if I didn't mention that yet. And you can support the channel on patreon.com/Travisp11. Otherwise, I think we're good, guys. I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. Get out to the range. Check out these budget-priced optics. They are excellent. Got a lot of range tests for you guys to check out. And more content coming your way this summer. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, guys, be safe. Bye-bye.